Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you a little bit of a weird book review today, a little bit of breaking the fourth wall, maybe some time travel clone shit. But yesterday I was sitting at home minding my own business and there's a knock at the door and I go to answer it and someone had sent me a package. Weird, usually I just get shit from Amazon Prime. So I opened it up and sure enough, the good people at Plaguelands Media had actually sent me some of their books to read and review. So I spent last night reading them and now I'm going to give you my thoughts. So I was sent 3 books. The first one is called In the Duncal Heights, which while my German isn't the best, it roughly translates to in the dark or maybe in the arse with a 6-foot bratwurst, not entirely sure. Stories by some guy called Hugh Newton and art by Ian Van Gammet. The next book I was sent was Blut auf den Rosenblättern, which again, my German not very good, translated as best I can to blood on the rose petal or perhaps blood on the pregnancy test. And I'm telling you, if you've got blood on your pregnancy test, it's pretty much going to be a fucking negative. And finally, Nevermoor, The Confessions of E.A. Clem, which is a comic book. Again, stories by Hugh Newton and Ian Van Gammet, an interpretation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, as if we couldn't already get that from the fucking title, like these people, Plaguelands Media, think we're all fucking stupid. Oh, this book has a new author, a Dr. Luke Carmen. I am familiar with his work. He has written other books, but again, the good people Plaguelands Media couldn't even spell his name correctly on the cover, so that does not bode well for how good these books are. So I've read them, for the most part enjoyed them, and now I'm going to give you an honest review of these Plaguelands Media books and talk a little bit about some of the other stuff they have that I could find. So let's get straight into another episode of So I'm going to start with In the Duncal Heights. Now, basically what this is a collection of short stories. There was a very limited print run of, if you can see that, only 50. These 2 people, Hugh Newton and Ian Van Gammet, so fucking pretentious. They even signed the inside cover there. Would you look at that? So all in all, the art, excellent. There's lots of boobies, which I do appreciate. The stories themselves, however, some of them are really good. I will give them that much. Some of them are a little bit lacking, in my opinion. But the thing that strikes me is the voice that the author has decided to use in these stories. Now, I'm not a feminist by any stretch of the imagination, although I did study feminist literature when I was at university. And it marvels me and boggles my fucking mind that even back then when we were studying things like the Argonautica and the role that Medea played and Jason falling in love with her sister and dumping her on an island, we looked at works like The Witches of Eastwick by John Updike, which is either a satire on the pro-feminist movement or a guy who really thinks that he can write in the voice of a woman. And that's the problem with this. A lot of these stories are written from the point of view of a woman. And what the fuck gives Hugh the right to fucking do that? I mean, there were so many different angles he could have taken with a lot of these stories, and with some of them he did. He used his own voice. You heard his own voice. It was really good. But then for others, he just comes off sounding like an angry 90s feminist, a bit like Oh man!
oh male, look at them squirm, sisters. Look at all the men squirm. Look at them squirm. Seeing a strong woman on stage, finally. Oh, sapien! Oh, cock! Loading, laden, ladle, lavishing lumps of creamy, hairy white sauce upon the woman's chicken, Maryland, Hairyland.
But that is not to say that the worlds that have been crafted in this book aren't very good. I believe the art that Ian Van Gammet has done is just phenomenal and really kind of sets this sinister tone. Now, the biggest issue I have with this book is why the fuck did these two idiots decide to use different fonts for the stories? Some of the fonts are easy to read. Some of them are next to fucking impossible. They should have just stuck with the one font. That's just me. Some of the stories are short, some of them are long, but all of them seem to be revolving around revenge in some way. Which, again, are we that insecure that we're dealing with the women in the fridge trope from fucking comic books? I don't know, but this was their first book, so I'm not going to fault them anything for that. They created something, they put it out there, and that's a lot more than a lot of other people fucking done. Okay, Blut auf den Rosenblatten. We have a book divided into two sections here. Again, fantastic art by Ian Van Gammet. Not going to fault it. One of my favorite pictures right on the back there. So the first set of stories are written by Hugh Newton. Yes, he has gone back to his I can write in the voice of a woman bullshit. But there you go. And there's one story which seems very innocuous at first. When you see the picture, lovely picture there. For some reason, he decided to write a story about a grandmother recounting her days as a porn actress in a snuff film. That's fucking disgusting. I don't want to fucking picture anyone's grandmother in a snuff film, let alone fucking, you know. But hey, he's the writer, it's his choice, and you know, he has to live with himself for that. Yeah, there's one about a priest who has sex with a corpse. Okay, whatever floats your fucking boat, buddy. Whatever floats your boat. On the other side, the stories by Luke Carmen, he crafted a more linear narrative, which kind of deals with witches and civil war, all kind of stuff. And again, there's that fantastic picture, one of my favorite pieces of art, which I believe you can get on a t-shirt. So look for that at Redbubble. Now, the stories by Luke Carmen are phenomenal. The issue I have is with his story titles, with the titles of his stories, because he decided to go to the pretentious German route, and so he's got titles like Blut und Boden, Narben des Dolci, Sünden und Fleisch. Fuck off, okay? Just give me a fucking title I can read. Jesus Christ, I'm not a fucking linguist. But I believe a much stronger book than the first one. The stories are better crafted. The art is just still phenomenal, as I said. Then we come to Nevermoor. Fantastic cover. With a nice wraparound cover. Sepia tinting, making it look like an old comic book story. Really, really great art. Very well written, I might add. Basically, the story of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, and not much to really say about this, except well worth a read. I also believe that the creators put themselves in the comic because, of course, this Hugh Newton and Ian Van Gammet are pretentious fuckholes. After a bit of digging, I did find some more of their work on Amazon, the Kindle store. 2 children's books Ragenstein, which, from what I can gather, is not about a woman on her period, but about a little boy with like a Frankenstein-style doll. And They Come to Me at Night, which is a little kind of ghost story-ish thing. I think that's the correct title. I don't know. I was a bit tired when I was looking it up. So, yeah, if Hugh and Ian actually end up watching this video, fucking keep doing what you're doing. Get Luke involved more. He seems to be a better writer anyway. This Hugh seems like, I don't know, he's just a bit of a fucking tosspot. So yeah, that's my review of Plaguelands Media's contribution to the literary world, so to speak. I hope they keep doing what they're doing. I look forward to whatever they've got coming out next. Go and check out their website. There's some great little comics, Loki the Conqueror, on there. Go and check out their works on Amazon. You can actually buy some of their stuff on Amazon. Check them out on Facebook. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Hugh and Ian, if you didn't like this review, hey, go fuck yourself. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to read a fucking book, people.